Hi everyone, this is the part 2 video for the Terra and Aqua satellites MODIS sensor-based evapotranspiration data 8-day global 500-meter resolution MODIS gap-filled net evapotranspiration. In this video, I will show you how to open the previous part 1 video downloaded data in QGIS platform. So after previous data area sample request submitted, you will get the email from this request. Also, after some minutes, you can click this Explorer button on here, this Appear website. In that case, you can find these submitted Terra MODIS data test as well as this Aqua MODIS data test things. So you can see this status would be done. So after some minutes, you can find this kind of status already done. Okay. So in this case, I will click the Terra MODIS data test first. So in here, you can see basically this layer stats for evapotranspiration data as well as this evapotranspiration quality control flag data things on here. So we can see these 5 different layers for our search duration. Okay. So on here, you can see this arrow button. And then you can see this download button as well. So this would be the start date and the date you can find, and also the parameter we already set for the submission you can find. So in here, I will click this download button. After that, you can see this actual data. So you can click with the Control or Shift button to download this each data. So I will download these 5 different layers for the evapotranspiration data. So I will click this download button with download files. So you can see this download status bar. So after some minutes, you can download these all 5 different layers for that. Okay. So after that, I will go back to this Explorer, and then I will also click this Aqua MODIS data test request things. And also here are the same, the layer stats and evapotranspiration quality control flag stat things on here. So I will click this one to download Aqua MODIS based evapotranspiration data. So on here, MID ET data, I will download these 5 different data for our duration of the request for the search. So I will download with this download button. So you need to wait some minutes to download all your selected data, but not much takes for the completion of download. So actually I completed to download these 5 different data for the Aqua MODIS data. Okay. So at this point I will go back to this LP doc to see this data pool things. So if you click this download data button, as I told you, you can directly go to this the MODIS data download. So I will simply download directly from the 2019 data from this data pool. So actually I already test my area of interest to clip the data. So my area of interest would be horizontal 27 and vertical 05. So I will firstly download this Terra MODIS based data directly from this data pool with this HDF file. So I will click this HDF file to download like this one. And also another data for my area of interest would be H28 and vertical would be 05, this one. So I will also download this HDF file. So after download this kind of data, I will also open this HDF file on the QGIS platform. So I will compare directly downloaded data and our clipped data downloaded things from the AppEEARS, okay? So now I will open this downloaded Terra MODIS based ET data as well as this Aqua MODIS based ET data. Also, I directly downloaded these two HDF files from the data pool on the LP-DAAC, okay? So I'll open this data on the QGIS platform. So in this blank map, I will firstly use this Open Data Source Manager. And then on the last tab, you can open with this browse button. So I will firstly open these 5 different Terra MODIS based data. Firstly, open, add. So if you right click one of these data to see the properties, so you can firstly see this information tab. So here, this is geographic projection data, so unit would be degrees, okay? Also, for the value things, you can see the statistical things, as well as this value units. This would be kilogram per square meters per 8 days, okay? So, also, you should consider this scale factor, 0.1, to calculate the actual evapotranspiration data, okay? So this is basically the information for this data. So you can see this data, and also if you click this one, the symbology tab for the unique values and classify, you can see all the different unique values on here. Maybe this value would be the error, so you don't need to consider this the data. So simply I would like to see with this single band pursued color with the maximum setting 100. So after that, if you click apply, you can see these the different value based symbology. So if you zoom in this layer and if you click with this identify features button icon and then click one of the data, and then you can see this band values on here. So this would be required to calculate the actual ET with the unit of millimeters. In that case, you need to consider 0.1 scale factor. So it would be 2.8 millimeters on this value. So you can also see all the different values with the different pixel with the evapotranspiration. All the other data would be the same. So I will close this one and then zoom out, zoom to layer, and then I will also open the different layers with this Aqua MODIS data, these 5 different data I will also open and add. In this case, I will close all these 4 different data with the remove layer, because I will compare this Terra MODIS based data as well as the Aqua MODIS based data with the same date. So I will go back this property, and then symbology I will just use single gray band. So I will compare these two data with this identify features. So if you click this one, you can see these two values. So a little bit different with these two values, but basically the same. Aqua and Terra MODIS based data. Because the different satellite based MODIS sensor used value, so they are basically different, but almost similar value for the evapotranspiration. Okay, so I will close this identified result, and then now I will open the other data set with this HDF file. So I will open this first one and then add. And then you can see this dialog box to select the data. So as I told you the previous video, so it holds all the different data. So I will open this ET data, so you can also see this latent heat and other potential evapotranspiration and quality control flag as well. But I will only open this ET data on here. So click OK. So and then you can add on here, and also I will another selection to open this HDF file, add again this ET data. So close, and then if you zoom out all these file layer representation, you can see this one. So after uncheck these two data, after that I will make some symbology for this one. Symbology and single band pursued color. And then this one also. This is just the subset data from the AppEEARS. So I just yes, I have these two subset data, and also if you click these two data, you can see this data layer extent would be different. So how about the value comparison? So if I click this one of cell on these three different layer, you can see these values. So if you expand all of these data, so you can see this would be Aqua MODIS data, and this would be Terra MODIS data. Also this would be Terra MODIS data from HDF file. So it already considered the scale factor, so the value comparison from the Terra MODIS data, the very similar value you can find. So in this case, I will just close this Aqua based data, because I would like to compare only the Terra MODIS based data. So you can see this these three different files on here. So if you click this one, so you can see the different values. This one required, this one would be subset data required to consider the scale factor. So similar value I also find. So how about another pixel similar, and last one I would like to compare So yes, almost similar values. So basically the same data, so I can compare directly with this on the QGIS platform. So zoom to layer, and also I will zoom all these three data. Okay. So in this video, I have made demonstrations for opening 8-day global 500 meter resolution MODIS gap field net evapotranspiration data on QGIS platform with the different Terra and Aqua products and different format data comparisons. Thank you for watching.